after bar after bar after bar after bar. I'm too persistent, whipping chrome, no cast. Get it on my own, no cold.
Hey, yo, people, it's your boy Enquiries in the building. Now, after the last car crash of a video, blood, you know what I'm saying? That was the speed on GASWORKS and that, bro. I was like, should I even react to this? Because this right here, this trio is a dangerous trio, and I don't think I've ever seen them together before. So I was wondering, should I just watch this in my free time and enjoy? But I was like, nah, say less. I already had things to watch and that. So I was like, you know what? Let me just react to it and them thing there. The video did I and that, bro. You're not in, but just that GASWORKS episode right there, worst one ever, bro. Worst one ever, bro. That speed reacts, that speed GASWORKS, worst one ever. Now, if you want to go check it out and them thing there, bro. This one right here, definitely, I'm saying it off the rip, top 10 already, but this trio right here has the potential to be the best GASWORKS episode of all time, and that top 5, top 3 kind of settings and them thing there. But let's get into it, blood. 55 minutes as well, might be the longest one. Let's see where it's going. Let's get indoors.
Welcome back to the greatest show on planet Earth, people. This is GASWORKS 2023.
He ain't lying.
Round of applause, everyone.
He ain't lying. You know what I mean?
Now, we're off to a flying start.
Nah, I can't lie to you. The speed one, like, yeah, that one slowed you guys down a lot still. That one slowed you. Like, even if you watch the last Filthy Fellas episode and them, even Poet talked about it and them thing there. Man said the worst, you know, I am, blood. So, yeah, man, that the speed one kind of slowed you, man, down. But we're back, though. You know what I'm saying? This is GASWORKS and that. You get me?
Brother.
Now, we had a rule that we always used to follow.
Come on.
Which is?
We did bend the rules slightly.
You did bend the rules slightly.
And it showed to not work.
I feel like it worked. I feel like loads of people just don't...
No, I mean the bending the rules. Well, you reckon it worked? It was a good app?
Yeah, it was funny, innit?
I think it was alright.
No, it was not funny, bro. It was not funny, bro. That type of humor, the humor that these are on, I have never seen them in that realm, and that the kid is literally from America, and we're joking the whole thing about him being from Manchester United and knowing this guy, like, big man, how he's 3-year-olds. That's literally how 3-year-olds play, blood. You know what I'm saying? They use their imagination, pretend that they're from imaginary places and them thing. They're like, what the hell was that, fam? You know what I mean? And I don't expect GASWORKS to be like a proper interview, but it's obviously jokes. But where the realm that them man took it in and that, it weren't really saying. They should have tried to steer the ship a bit, but they didn't. They just did it for the whole episode and that, which made it kind of dead.
Man, that's
you know
not serious. And obviously he has management that's going to
shout out speed though, you know what I'm saying?
So then all of a sudden the interview
shout out to my melanated people, blood. Cause we are winning,
there's
you know what I mean?
Stuff that, yeah, we asked him and we stuck it on him about, but it didn't make the final cut.
No more of those interviews. People, I like to do a disclaimer. This is GASWORKS. I feel like it is what it's been for a long period of time. And if you appreciate the platform, you want to come here, have a conversation, it should be on our terms.
You know what I mean? I've literally watched every single episode, man.
There's a couple of shows down the road that do really well at BBC and Capital Extra and Kiss FM and...
Come on.
Heart.
We ain't on the mainstream thing, man. You know what I mean?
Now, you know what? There's something that has happened while we were away. And I wanted to actually address it. Yes. On the first episode, but we forgot about this.
It's a serious topic as well.
It is a serious topic. It's something I would describe myself as a visionary for seeing something
but
like
you
this.
man don't do serious,
but,
fam.
You know, the Turkish movement has never been a joke. You know, I've had people come up to me and say, oh, you know, you say you're half Turkish, you're half, you know, Jamaican and whatnot. And they try to laugh it off.
I mean, I'm half Jamaican.
Anything, you know.
But we have told, man, if you come...
And the other half's Gambian, blood. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Gambinos.
You're going to see loads of cars driving and you're going to hear dancehall. And I promise you, no one playing it is Jamaican.
You know what? I'm a...
Jihan
That's
and
a
them, man,
fact.
Hussein and Gokhan and, you know what I'm saying?
Man said Gokhan. Man said Gokhan. Nah, man, he's mocking
There's a place
it.
in Tottenham that does jerk doner, you know.
What?
Jerk
I
doner?
imagine it's very nice.
Jerk doner, blood. Sorry, people. No. I need to look this up, blood. Man said jerk doner.
Not in Tottenham. It's definitely Tottenham.
Oh, yeah, it's Tottenham High Road. Look, man, I'm doing jerk doner. Home of the jerk chicken kebab.
Gross. I just feel like everyone owes us money. The first Jamaican-Turkish combination.
Doner's Caribbean. No, that's not what we're talking about, bro.
Now we got this.
Now, the Turkish movement has never...
I need to go to London for that still.
Turkish, half,
Nah, I'm not seeing it, people.
has actually...
It's not a common cuisine, I guess.
So Vibes Cartel is engaged to a Turkish woman, yeah? Big up Sidem Öztürk.
Come on, man. Sidem!
Is it Sidem or Sinem? But my man is still in prison.
Yes.
And he's getting married to a Turkish girl. Who is actually from, like, our bits.
From the ends.
She's from...
I don't know if this was recent as well, but shout out to man like World Boss as well, you know. And apparently he was going through a couple of situations and that, bro, you know what I'm saying? Was it even him? I think it wasn't that blood. You know, mum was in solitary confinement or whatever. Mum was sick. They weren't really trying to give him the treatment that he actually needed and them thing there and that, you know, ain't. Because you all know, blood, pen is not a nice place to go, no matter where you are. But obviously in these certain African countries, islands and that, bro, you know, it's even more of a mother situation. Brazil and that. Remember the Ronaldinho situation and that, where mum was in pen and, yeah, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Friends
man.
with Craig Mitch from Kick Game.
No way.
This is facts.
No way.
Yes. She's getting... do you know what, Mitch? You know what you need to do. Get her on the next Kick Game. Let her get some trainers. Vibes Cartel, Clarks. Put them over there, brother. I just think that's a...
Listen,
that's what we want to
if
see.
there is... Fuck Craig and Kick Game for a sec. If there is anyone who can get us in touch with this girl, Mrs. Öztürk, or Mrs. Cartel, soon to be, please send her our way. I'd love to, yeah, her seat's waiting. We'd love to chat to her. That's crazy, bro.
That is nuts.
It's proven. Turkish is a real movement.
And what I've heard from school, she's been on dancehall. From school, she's
Mad
been
thing.
playing Vibes Cartel. Now she's with, well, kind of, with Vibes Cartel.
Big up Vibes, man.
Come on, man.
How the hell do you do that,
when
bro?
I came out the airport driving to
Man's in pen, you know.
our hotel.
I don't even know when the guy's coming out and them thing. And these men are chatting about he's getting married, bro. Like,
Free Vibes Cartel. He said, I'm not at this one, I'm at the next one. Dream.
Please, man, we just need some. Although, can I just say the dance?
Let me ask you, yeah.
Skilly Bang and them, man, I really.
Let me ask a question.
Got you.
How does Vibes Cartel?
how do people feel about Skilly Bang and that, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a person that listens to all kind of music, and he's definitely an orthodox kind of guy in that, bro. But not gonna lie, like I feel like I only like about 20-30% of his catalogue, but more times his tunes and that, and the way he be flowing and dipping and diving into the pockets just ain't really for me. And that, if you haven't heard it though, go type in Vibes Cartel Skilly Bang, go listen to that tune. Vibes Cartel, absolutely, yeah, man, he did his thing still. Skilly Bang, he wasn't really as up to par in them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But definitely that right there, big tune fam. Vibes Cartel went crazy, blood. You know what I'm saying? But shout out Skilly Bang though.
Vice versa with a Turkish girl from North London.
But I just don't fully connect with his flow. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how does she get in touch with him?
That's what I'm saying.
Because he can get. Nah, she alright. I don't know. She can get in touch with him because he's Vibes Cartel.
What, do they do the conjugal visits? Furthermore, doesn't
I
Vibes
know,
Cartel
bro.
have a conjugal
I
visit
think
thing with
GASWORKS,
Spice furthermore,
the bit
bro?
where we say Turkish, and she sent it to him, and she said, like, you want to feel this?
What?
Turkish, and he said, Irie.
What?
Bro, I'm not lying.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying, blood? Hey, you'll be alright, man. You know what I'm saying? Check that, blood. Spice and Vibes Cartel, conjugal visit. You know what I'm saying, blood? She'll be calm, man. You know what I'm saying, blood? Don't worry, man. She'll have her time and that.
This shit.
Have we?
Yeah, can't even read it, but I think it says GASWORKS in their language. Bun Anime, we're selling our own Japanese
What
merch
the
now. We're coming to take over. Yeah, so that's been restocked, but we're gonna get some Turkish stuff up on there as well. And go cop, go support.
You have to understand this movement is real because on my birthday.
What just happened to the green screen, bro?
Go support.
You have to understand this movement is real because on my
Mad thing.
birthday that Alhan actually attended, the Turkish picture that I feel should be probably the logo of
yeah.
myself and Alhan's mum was taken.
A round of applause for the mums of GASWORKS
Red
as well. Man.
dairy, bro.
Trust me.
It's mad.
Trust
So yeah, Alhan's mum, my mum there. I can't believe my mums came to the party.
That's
Mums,
crazy.
Nuff back, everyone there. What a party.
Alhan, bro, like, this is what I'm saying, fam. It's like, okay, calm. Alhan is trying to, you know what I'm saying, get himself into the community. It's like, all right, say less. But when you say it's like that, big man, you'll get disowned very quickly, fam. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, we're not on them things there, man. You know what I'm saying? Leave that to the Haitians and that. Them Kodak black man. Yeah. Leave that for the Kodak black man and the Haitians on that side. You know what I'm saying? We're not into them things there. You get me? Not on these sides of the islands.
So what actually happened? Is it a 12-year-old boy was shot by the police or something
Was
like
he
that?
12?
Oh, I saw this, bro.
17.
17, so I got the age fucking completely wrong. All right, so 17-year-old guy shot by the police.
Shot wrongfully by the police, innit? I think it was a traffic
Yo,
stop.
editor, bro, can you, man, like, straighten out the pictures in the background? I keep seeing the thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, fix it,
Guy
man.
drive off.
Pattern.
I think there's people outside trying to say, you know, oh, he had, he had a criminal past and stuff. But again, that doesn't mean that you can just
deserves
shoot
to
man
get
point
shot.
blank. Yeah. So
Bro, do you know how many people actually have criminal backgrounds and all of them and a criminal past in them thing, and people that haven't even been convicted? Like, what does that even mean? He has a criminal past? According to the law, if I go into the fucking what do you call it? The shop across my road and go pick up a little a one sweet and them thing there or a thing you walk out. That's considered a criminal pass, but it's not really that deep, is it? But so what the hell does that even like the when you say criminal pass and that, like it doesn't really give like a specificity of what he actually did and that, like the, you know what I'm saying, the thing's very wide of what he could have done type of thing. You get me?
They know how to write, bro. Bro, even when it comes to politics and stuff, I remember I seen a video. They had a farm tractor in a city centre, and there was a horse shit on the back on the trailer, and there was a pipe that went up like that, and they lined it up with the president's window and just flung horse shit into his yard, bro.
Listen, if you're on F3, we're on F3 as well, but I love to see it, man. I love to see it, bro. That is crazy, blood. Come on, man. That is crazy.
This is what France is capable of. There's a video of a attempting to drive. When should we drop that? When do you want to release that?
Oh my
You know what?
God.
This is going to be an interactive episode of GASWORKS. Leave the comments below when you want to see that episode. We're going to put a snippet here.
I'll start again. A little bit, guys. Bring clutch up slowly. Keep it still with your move. Bring it up. Hold it. No. See? This you won't learn unless you do this. So,
And we're back.
What the
when you guys want that.
I wasn't even that bad in that, bro.
On the off week,
When I
we
first
don't,
started driving and got
release
behind the
GASWORKS,
wheel for the
release
first
that.
time.
Oh yeah, listen, we've got a great special guest, but just one more thing I wanna crack on with. Now, Adam 22,
Oh, he's had a stinker.
a 45-year-old who still likes to skateboard.
Oh.
My man needs help.
Whoa, chill out, bro. Because we got Lil Wayne in the building that likes to do that as well. Let's chill out. We're not going to do that, blood. You know what I'm saying? We can't use that one. Think of something else. He's balding. You know what I'm saying? But his tattoos look saggy. Like, say something like that, bro. Don't say 40-year-old plus and empty there. Just like that. Still likes to skate like, because we still got Lil Wayne in the building. So chill out with that one. You know what I'm saying?
Now, he married Lena, what's her name? Lena the Plug. Round of applause for marriage.
Lena the Plug. You don't marry a gal with a nickname called Lena the Plug, blood. Why are you plugging? Why are you plugging, blood? Like, you're not in.
My girl, homegirl, has been rodded by some other guy who you know his
Whoa,
work
chill
is
out.
wicked.
We don't, no. We don't need to give all of that detail.
Sex work is real work. And
Chill
all
out.
that palaver,
Yes,
yeah?
we should
Cool.
appreciate it and respect it.
You can. Not should, but you can.
Yes.
But
Nah, but the thing is with that situation though, yeah, he definitely shouldn't have married her, blood. I don't know what you're doing, blood, but they've literally been filming for years or whatever. They literally do madnesses on camera themselves and that. So you obviously, bro, it was gonna go there, bro. The relationship was technically open-ended and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You didn't technically say, yeah, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? But it was open-ended. Adam's out here doing a madness effort, you know what I'm saying? So she was obviously eventually gonna wanna, you know what I'm saying, expanding. You get me, bro? Whatever industry you're in, you're going to want to elevate, bro. No one ever wants to plateau and stay at the same place. So you obviously knew this was coming. But you're telling me she waited until you guys got married to actually want to go an extra endeavor?
you've just been married.
And also, if you don't know, go on to No Jumper as well. Adam and his wife literally did like a whole podcast or whatever. I'm not watching that. No offense. Taekwondo, shout out to Taekwondo as well. But you know what I'm saying? He's like a dating coach, but it's more than that. He's like a YouTube entertainer. He does multiple things in that, but mainly dating coach and that. You know what I'm saying? And he reacted to it. But yeah, I'm just not watching it, man. Like, and I'm just not engaging myself in that kind of activity. But if you do want to go watch it, they literally did a podcast where they literally talk. And I think they even brought the Donny that piped Adam's girls or whatever on Zoom and them together. Or did like a 3-way cut. He was like, I don't know what was going on, man.
Married.
It was all a mad thing, but yeah.
Castle and stuff,
Go over there.
And then less than a week later, home goes riding another dick. Now I'm gonna, before you even answer that question, I'm gonna show you something, right? This is the wedding photo.
Yes.
Yeah?
And she looks good in that, bro. She genuinely looks good, fam. But when she's engaging herself in certain activities, nice smile, good teeth and them thing there, you know what I'm saying, meet in all the right places, you know what I'm saying, speed bumps in all the right places. But you can't engage in this kind of activity, man. You gotta leave it out, you know what I'm saying?
My man looks happy, no?
He looks happy, yeah.
Cool. Homegirl looks, she's happy to be there.
No, she looks content.
Okay, content.
Content.
Now, next photo.
Now that's happy.
That's happiness.
That's happiness.
That's
a
happiness.
real wedding photo if you ask me.
Hey, I'm looking forward to this. Is out in a week.
Oh, what they're gonna.
If you man are literally coming to a place to do one thing and one thing only, why are you man even posing like this? Like these man literally came here to clap, blood, on a different level and then go about the business. Why are they engaging in all this intimacy like that, bro? Come on. Now.
Engaging is a mad thing. What I love about
Come on now,
Adam
man.
22 is the way he's really trying to like.
Yes, bruv. Let me even go to his fucking page, blood. The guy's literally on Twitter like, oh yeah, like, bruv, he's acting like this. He's basically acting like the situation is not affecting him, but it is, fam. It's eating him away. It's eating him alive.
Look at
Fam.
some of his tweets.
This is literally the worst.
Absolutely stink.
Now, what I like about Adam 22.
Go find this dusty guy. I don't even know. Actually, should I? I've never been on his page. Can I actually go on his page, bro? Because I know he has some
And he
madnesses
actually
on
left
there,
his
bro.
number. So I'm a cool man. And ask him.
He did.
Like, bro, like, come on now, man. This is literally what man posted, fam. Man said 6 days till the world gets to see my wife get her back blown. Like, he's trying to do all of this, yeah, this ish don't faze me, yeah, laugh it off type of thing, bro. Look how man's having... bro, you are not all right with this, man. I don't care what you say, bro. You are not all right with this. And once again, it's definitely two different situations. When a man is going out there to do his thing, I don't condone cheating, but when a man is going out to do, he's in control of the situation and that. He's the one applying the pressure and that. But for you to think of your woman literally getting held in all kinds of positions, you know she got picked up, bro. Like, you telling you guys getting... and nah, man, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it, bro.
Another black man.
I couldn't
I can give you 22 reasons
do
why
it.
you should answer the phone.
Check.
It's cool.
He's gone.
Maybe later on. She took her wedding ring off during the scene.
No way.
She said she didn't want it to touch another man's cock. Just the ring, not her.
Wait a minute.
That's where we draw the line.
Could you go out with porn star?
What?
Would you go out with porn star?
Go out with
Date
one
them
now.
and fall in love with them.
You've met this girl now for
Yeah.
1 month. You've been talking. Everything's going dandy. She's met mum. But it's
This actually happened when I used to be tapped in with the American scene. Sorry, people, blood. There used to be all these vloggers and them thing there. If you man know the Los Angeles scene, DDG, Poody, Ty the guy, Chark and them thing there, like all of them guys. I used to watch them back in the day. And Poody actually met this gal or whatever, blood. Her name is Aliyah Hadid. He met her at some supermarket. They started talking. She brought him onto his channel and them thing there. They were vlogging together and that, blood, you know what I'm saying? And people in the comments was like, she's a piece that, she's a piece that, she's a piece that. He didn't know, looked it up and that, and then later on found out and them thing there, bro. So I actually seen a situation like that before. But yeah, no. That couldn't run on that. That couldn't run still. Yeah, like.
You've met this girl now for
Yeah.
1 month. You've been talking. Everything's going dandy. She's met mum. But it's just been like, you don't know what her job is.
I'm gonna stop you there.
All right, she didn't meet mum.
And I know certain man, I'd literally stop this video to go
Big
search that
man, your
name
mum
and
works in
that
a company. A lot of
freaky
people
youths.
just happen to meet your mum.
True.
So let's say she just happens to meet her. Mum's like, what a great girl. I really like this girl. 2 months later, Jack phones you like, big man, I've just seen a scene in some Brazilian porn somewhere in Sao Paulo. I can swear this is your thing. Sends it to you. But these times you're in a deep infatuation. You like her.
Yeah.
Do you
Man said
continue
nah, man said infatuation, bruv. Now that's a deeper relationship still.
after she's had a history of being a porn star, she no longer is, or do you just drop it all out?
I'll ask her first, have you got a twin that looks scarily similar
That's a good question.
and also has a mole on her, like the left side of her
100%.
pussy? And then if she tells me she
Huh?
does,
A mole
then
on
I
the left
fully
side of you?
100% would trust this girl, and I'll just say that's her twin. And anyone that's seen that video, I'll just explain to them, look, she has a twin sister that does the exact same
I
thing.
hear you. I hear you.
Now, if
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So his answer is yes, though, blood. His answer is yes, but like I can't lie. Certain times when I'm on the internet doing certain activities and I see a certain girl, like I would ask myself, yo, if I met this girl in real life, would I able to? But nah, bro, you can't. Literally, blood. Whoever you date that's been on OnlyFans, that's been on all these different pages and that, bro. People will find those videos, bro. Especially if you're internet personality and that. There's no way of hiding that. Like, for example, if you saw some doing the madness and you saw some girl on like Chat Your Bet or like these old sex streaming sites or whatever, like, bro, people are finding that footage, bro. Like, people are finding that footage, blood. I'm not hearing it, fam.
she
You know what
doesn't
I
have
mean?
a twin,
Yes.
um,
And it is her. Could you be with a porn star?
nah, man.
It's hard, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, man.
Well, it was hard for her.
Oh my
Or
days.
maybe not.
Personally, I couldn't do it. If you truly love someone, bro, it doesn't matter what their profession is. If you truly, truly love someone, seeing her get rodded by other man is gonna make you feel heartbroken.
1000%.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I need
feel right.
Castillo's
I've never
opinion on this,
watched
bro.
my girlfriend after.
Because you know
like,
Castillo
I told you
probably
what
dropped a
today,
video
I'll
on
show
this. Let
you.
me check actually.
Nah, she's
Bro.
bent over looking like she's enjoying it more than when it's with me. Nah.
Fuck all the porn star talk, yeah. Sometimes, when I'm out with my cousins and that, yeah, and I see their girls walking around like, and I see them shopping and that, yeah. So how does it make you feel that you're about to swipe your card for these girls, yeah? But next man, I've just had it in doggy. I know you can't think like that, but I do. And that's my intrusive thoughts. And I can't get away from it. Like, how dare your girl...
Hey, ad break and that, you know what I'm saying? Ad break, bro, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, like Joe. This shit drives me crazy. If you can do this, I'm holding you hostage. Whoa. No, Joe's is moving mad. Joe's is moving mad, blood. Anyway.
Screaming other man's name.
And you're out here buying a hat and a Gucci bag. That doesn't feel right. To be honest with you, I don't even want my girl to see men. But now she's gonna see men and see men. Nah, that doesn't feel right. It should just be me. It doesn't have to be all of them.
I'm on a diet at the moment, yeah? So I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm only eating seafood. It's a seafood diet. Yeah. So I see food and I eat it.
What? What is wrong with this guy?
What are you doing?
No, he's not Jamaican. We're disowned him. That right there, we're disowned him. He cannot say he's half Jamaican anymore, bro. He cannot say he's half Jamaican anymore. Nah, it's over. Disown the thing.
Anyway,
he's acting like, whoa, what? Big man, thump this guy in his mouth from the hell.
Or for whoever we've spoken about today, we could easily, comfortably say, it's not looking good, bro.
It's not looking good. Not for Adam 22.
It's not looking good, bro.
He's not Adam 22. He's not 45. And his missus isn't getting plugged in by some big black guy for all them years of slavery. Reparations are here, my nigga.
Oh, actually, when he says that, no, I actually don't mind the Adam 2 situation and that, blood. I think, man.
Castillo.
My guy! Hey, Castillo, before we start here, do you know what I saw today? It's so crazy.
Yeah, man. We're in the building.
3.4 million is what it was purchased for in 2021 October. Do you know what
Wait, what are we talking about?
Start here. Do you know what I saw today?
Go on.
It's so crazy. Bored Ape. All you NFT dons, you have to say my bad in the comments, bro. 3.4 million is what it was purchased for in 2021 October.
And now it's worth £50.
Today is
1,000.
It stinks, man. It stinks.
1,000.
NFT dons, you man stink.
I hear you, but let me tell you something.
For that one, anyway.
I know a guy, yeah, last week, who sold one of his punks, last week, you know, the crypto punk thing, for $1.5 billion.
You lot don't stink. You actually don't. You smell pretty good, boy.
I'll be completely honest, yeah. I have no idea what you lot are chatting about. I was just nodding my head in agreement.
I hear you.
So it wouldn't be awkward, man.
You'd sum it up by essentially, let me explain it.
Go on.
It's not looking good, bro.
It's not looking good.
Right, round of applause for Castillo.
Shout out to them, man. Allowing to bring his branding and everything there onto the show and that, you know what I mean? Oh, this is...
Done now. I
thought that was just a special occasion type of thing, but it's for every guest. I like that.
Separately as
We
well.
got in here, man. We got...
Nah, this is
Deal with the loads and all that.
This guy, bro.
This is from us as well.
We got in here, man. Thank you. Look, got gifts in that, man.
This one's better, though.
Man, you know some podcasts, they don't give you shit, man. They give you fuck all, man.
Filthy fellas don't even pay you.
Not even a bit of clout, man.
Fuck all, man.
Filthy fellas don't even pay you. It's crazy.
I saw that trending, man. I saw that trending.
Yeah, furthermore, you might need to bring our hand on filthy fellas, bro. I don't care if you don't know nothing about ball, man. Bring him
Was
on.
it trending?
Yeah, all over the internet, bruv.
I'm so
I was
glad,
listening
man.
to a Twitter space of people cuss each other on my walk, bruv. I was like, what are you on about? People's not getting paid. Is that what it is?
Do you know what people... This is
Work
the-
experience, bro.
This is the sad thing. People are doing so well off the back of this show and they're doing well in their lives and everybody else just wants to put it down. And
Who's
you know
everybody
what?
else? Say names, say loons.
I don't know. Loons don't want to put it down.
Big man.
You don't. Loons is my guy.
Shout out to the sponsor.
You can't
bruv.
put
Thank you very
separation in
much.
the
Is
camp.
that a jacket in there? One
Yeah, that's a
sec. I
jacket,
never
bruv.
got
Some
that.
pants.
Let me see the jacket.
Big man.
I never
thing.
got that.
Got a jacket in there, bruv.
One sec.
And it's
Whoa.
yellow as well, bruv. Yo, it's a
What's that,
yellow
CP?
jacket.
One
got the
sec.
exclusive
I don't
coat
see
in that.
filthy, like filthy
Big
fellas.
man thing. Yo, I got a yellow jacket, man. Yo, now I can look like a bumblebee, man.
Castillo, welcome to GASWORKS.
Thank you very much,
Hey.
This I think is a show that was made for you.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you want me to?
Nah, for a fact though, for a fact,
These are old
GASWORKS
James
is, yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
That's old James.
If you were to say, yo, add anyone to this show, bro, it would definitely be a Castillo, a Specs kind of character. I can't think of anyone else that would mesh so well in this show, bro. Like Castillo specs perfect for this show right here, man. No kizzy.
What's your one?
Man, it's not looking
Maybe
good,
Billy as well, bro. We'd have to be on fire on that day. He can't be
Yeah.
putting in performances like he did at Filthy Fellas.
Can I
and
get that anywhere?
Big Man Ting, I'm selling
You know,
better.
hey.
What's the URL for the shop?
BigManTingYear.com.
Okay.
Come this way, apparently.
So you're gonna type in bigmantingyear.com.
Free delivery in the UK, also ship internationally, bruv.
Hey.
And if you lot try and knock it off, bruv, I'll sue the shit out of you because it's trademark, bruv. Big Man Ting, you don't try it. I'll sue the shit out of you. No lie.
My guy, Christian's in your
Man
frames
Ting.
as well. He's doing this.
Bigmantingyear.com.
BigManTingYear.com.
You're gonna type that in.
Yo, my body's hot, but my feet are cold, bro. This always happens to me.
Shop.gasworks.tv and get all these.
How was that?
That's good.
Nah.
That's good.
Add one, but you know what? You buy that, you buy this, you send us a screenshot. I will personally,
I'm gonna cop one of yours, man, as well.
yeah. But what we're gonna give them if they copy your mug and my mug?
The mug, bruv.
We'll come
Send
take.
them another one.
We'll take a picture with, you know.
I'll send you a Big Man Ting t-shirt, bruv.
Cool.
It's not looking good, bruv, t-shirt.
I'm looking like a GTA character today with these green shots and that. You know,
Come on. Do you know what? I have to ask you lot something. Why do you lot call this?
that man
guest
that be hacking the
We're gonna
game
get
and
to
that, bro. You know,
But before you ask,
invisible limbs.
question that we like to ask.
of course.
All of our special guests.
Oh, yeah, of course he is, bro.
Are you a bocat?
Of course.
Of course, bro. Like I've watched every single Castillo thingy, but like I've seen this guy explain this thing a multitude of ways and a multitude of times, and of course, he is, bro. You know what I mean? Of
My
course
guy,
he
don't need to be complicated,
Big
man.
Man Ting is part of my 5 a day, bruv.
Cool.
Big Man Ting, do you know what the thing is, yeah? If you've been chatting to a girl for a long time, yeah? Like, that's the first thing I do, bruv. You know when you're attracted to a woman, your mouth starts watering. You start
Nah, that's fact though.
And that's
My
the
mum made
first part
oxtail
of
the
it,
other day and that bit. I was just
Always.
looking at the pot
What
mouth
about
was
if it's,
watering.
you
Same
went to a
exact
rave,
effect, man.
All
You had
day.
a big night out.
Yeah, I've
sweaty.
done it. One time I met a girl, she came up, I'm not going to say what it was, but basically, she was a really thick girl.
Check.
Yeah, proper thick. Yeah, but I met her somewhere, and then, like, I started chatting to her, and then afterwards, she was like, where you going after this? I said, oh, I'm just going to go back to the yard. So she said, oh, come chill with me or whatever. So we got in a car or whatever, and was driving around, and she was super thick. She was a really small car, but super thick. And then, like, she parked up somewhere, ate her in the back seat, man.
How did you find the space?
It was mad. Like, I had to do all kinds of techniques, bruv.
I feel like he was in the front seat.
It was in East London somewhere, bruv. It was right near, what do you call that place? Leytonstone.
Yeah.
Leighton Stone.
Man, handbrake turned this girl's puppy, you know.
Big
This
man
guy.
team. Big man
Did
team.
you have the grills on or off?
No, they're not grills, but they're permanent, bruv.
Okay.
Cemented in.
Okay.
Do you get me? So I brush them everything, you get me? But yeah, she was proper thick, bruv. And she had just come from the thing, so you know it's extra, like, it was extra, like, zesty up in there, but it was still good,
Must have smelled a bit, no?
No, it was alright, bruv.
Yeah?
You get me? That made it even better, bruv, because I was looking at her for time. I was like, yo, I can't wait to do this. I was like, I can't believe I'm here, bruv, in the back
Hair
seat.
tied up, all sorts.
Big man, nah.
No, relax.
Ponytail, bruv. It's always tied up, bruv.
I hear you.
Get me? No zesty stuff.
Did she steer it?
What's that mean? Like,
You
she
know,
grabbed my
like,
head.
yeah.
Yeah, something that, if she just met me, it's a bit weird. But if you know me for a while and we're like, you're a wifey, then you can like hold my hair and all that stuff. You get me? Like on some Fabio thing, bro.
Big one, you said zesty. That's disgusting. Listen, just the other day, I done something, and you know, like when you put your tissue in your pocket and you put it in the washing machine and it comes out with all like a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what it was coming out of the girl's vagina, fam. Like it was just all disgusting. I was like, I am not. I said, darling, you have to leave. I'm sorry, this is wrong.
Bruv, do you know
If it's zesty, big man, I might leave my house. I can't. Oh, that's just. Oh.
He's in the car though.
Not to take this into a dark place, but you guys were speaking about the Adam 22 Leonard the Plug thing, yeah?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, man. I need to see this guy chat about this, blood. Let's see what I go
I
on.
like to watch a lot of documentaries. Okay. Yeah, so I was watching a porn documentary. Yeah?
Sorry, and that, whoa. And that also confirms it as well, bro, is that when these men are doing the little 50,000 hour intro and that the guest is actually just parked off and that,
I
chilling.
was talking about, because I always wanted to do, if like the social media thing never worked out and I had a lot of following, yeah, and I couldn't monetize off what I'm doing, I was like, well, you got to do the porno thing now, innit?
What did we say?
Yeah, we said.
Do you know what I mean?
I can see you being a porn star.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Exactly how you are now.
100%.
Like,
This
so I
is the
said-
attire.
But then I watched this documentary, bruv, and it kind of changed my mind.
Oh.
It was basically about the AIDS epidemic in porno, bruv. So there's a porno star, I forgot his name, it was Darren James, Darren something, yeah? And he went to Brazil, bruv, he did a mad scene, and he caught the mad thing. Then he came back to America, and he started beating the next day, bruv. He didn't even
Infected
wait
the whole
3 to
industry.
5 business days, bruv. He just went straight to fucking. Yeah? So he went the next day, he
That's
started
crazy.
fucking all these gal, and then literally, he had the mad thing, and he spread it around. So then he did a gangbang scene the next day. And then 5 gal, they caught it, and then they spread it to the next 5 man, and then it became a thing.
That is mad, bro. I mean, even though P-stars, they do be doing the mad thing, some of them are honestly like some of the like cleanliest kind of people, if you kind of know what I mean, in that area, bro, because they're getting checks, so constantly getting certain things checked and cleaned. You know what I mean? Obviously, it kind of contradicts because, yeah, you're doing that and then you go into beat, you know what I mean? But yeah, they do look after that area, bro. Some of them, bro. Not all of them, bro. You know what I mean? Because I know there's some of you nasty youths in them industries there that are just on a absolute mad thing and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? These man will start itching one day and that blood, take a pill, go back next day, blood. Oh yeah, just repeat it and that, bro. Like, don't even bat an eye, but
Big man
yeah,
thing.
that's mad though.
Epidemic, so then they had to shut down the porn world for like a week.
A week? They need
I
longer
think
than
like
a
a
week.
month. So basically, the gal them, they had to go. A woman had to open up a clinic just to get all the gal tested. And there's a gal, she came there, and literally within like I said, within a week of beating this guy, yeah, she started getting pimples and lesions and sweat and
Fucking
everything.
hell.
Literally, watch it. It's on YouTube.
What is it? What type of
I
AIDS?
think it's called. I don't know what strain it was, bruv, but it was a man thing.
Why is man
No, but for real, like literally. And then the man, like, a girl ended up getting it, and then it was her first scene. She's had her first scene with this guy.
Okay.
And the first scene was
Yeah,
like
that's
a
not-
mad thing.
that's
yeah?
not a nice
So
way to
imagine her
start.
first scene in porno, she caught the mad thing. And then literally.
Was it curable though?
No, she was done at it.
No, thing is, I don't think they
So
have
is Magic Johnson
found the
still
thingy.
alive?
But I know there's technicalities to it because like the AIDS and the HIV is different and blah blah. I can't remember the technicalities, man. I forgot, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So what's that poor girl doing now?
Huh?
What's that poor girl doing now?
Who knows, bruv? Maybe she's working for Amazon or something, bruv. Who knows? But
Nah,
it's
dog.
mad, bruv.
She might be in
But
that
real
Amazon.
talk, that's what changed my mind, bruv. I was like, just allow it, bruv.
But what didn't you think that was like a possibility anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like
What
the
is the
hell?
one that you can't cure?
AIDS, bruv.
Yeah, exactly. What are we talking
Or
about?
herpes, you can't get rid of that, bruv.
What's the chlamydia you can get rid of, innit?
Yeah, and you get androthromycin. You can just clear that off.
You
in
know a bit
24
too
hours.
much.
Yeah, big man thing. Back in the day, bruv, I was moving mad, bruv. Paddington Clinic.
You can get it from Superdrug now, though.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Cass, yeah? Everything you just described,
Yeah.
Now you still have the courage to go down on a girl who you've not met before on the first date.
Your first day is kind of mad
Yeah,
still.
do you know what it is? Like, I only do a clean naan bread. You get me?
But you don't know though.
That's what I'm
What's your
saying.
favourite-
You just said the girl you went in the backseat thing was zesty, like, you know what I
You're brave
mean?
anyway, so I say go for
I
it,
hear
man.
You are right though, bruv, because in London, bruv, the gal them move around a lot, bruv. So the maddest thing about porno for a man, yeah, it's a bit dead. Like it's actually shit for the man them.
I'll be real. I don't think I would want to be in the porn industry as a man. Because you see sex, that's the one thing you actually enjoy. So the minute that becomes a chore or your job and you kind of kill that, bro, you're just going to go to hard drugs, bro.
The maddest
I
thing.
hear you, but it depends on the kind of person you are and that. Some certain men have high sex drives and that they can literally do it like just a regular day of blood. You know what I'm saying? Like all my days I get to bang gal for my career and that, oh, this is sick. Like, you know what I mean? So it just, I feel like it just depends on the person.
So
like.
you just end up, looking
Coke.
like, I don't know, is it Plan B?
What?
Who does hard drugs nowadays?
I was begging. I don't know who Plan B is.
I don't know, like, Josh Denzel, for example, just do hard drugs.
Who's Josh Denzel?
wanna-
blood?
you don't wanna
out now on
ruin
all
sex
digital
for yourself,
platforms, bruv. Say something out now on all digital platforms.
Yeah.
Don't stream that.
So you're just going to wait for every clickbait moment of this episode to plug it.
Say something out now on all digital platforms. What's you lot's category though when you go on the
Milf.
website?
I don't actually watch porn no more, I'll be real.
What?
I don't watch porn no more.
Twitter porn is crazy.
Yeah,
Convenient.
gifs and that.
I still haven't experienced it still.
I want big batty, big T.
Obviously, I might have like, you know what I'm saying, gone onto like some like OnlyFans girls page or whatever and then seen like, you know what I mean, but like going onto Twitter just for a certain, never done that before.
I'm skinny in it, so I want to look like a toothpick in a burger. So the gal have to be, you know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
I got you,
Chunky.
I got you. You're not that skinny though, because like you're wide because you're tall.
Come-
That's dope,
you're
bruv.
rating
You
me.
get
I'm going gym. Come
if
on,
you wear a
fam.
shirt, bruv, it's mad.
But I've been trying to tone down, but yeah, man.
Now, if you get the shirt with the blazer, the broad soldiers, you look wham
Proper.
because of the height. You're blessed.
Look at these.
Did you see you see the submarine that went missing?
Yeah, the submarine. Yeah.
Did you see like the screwdriver they were screwing the bolts in with?
Yeah,
That's
bruv.
exactly what it looks like when poets in bed. On the submarine Castillo. What were you saying for this submarine? Now, look, you've done the porn industry. Let's say
This
you've done
guy's
the
an
porn
idiot,
industry,
man.
and
I
you've
swear
actually
down.
proven everyone wrong. You've not got 4K followers. You've got actually 1 million followers.
And you
they've
don't
all-
have AIDS.
Oh, he's
they've
got
all
a mill
made
now as well,
and
bro.
they've all
Shut
bought the
up.
mugs, and you've made $1 billion quid.
I don't be looking at people's followers and
Now,
that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Guy
don't really
comes to me
care.
and says,
But
bro,
shout out
we've got a
Castillo. though.
submarine. We're gonna go see the Titanic. It's £250,000 Are you in or out?
No, I'm not gonna say. By the way, you're gonna be in a vehicle that probably looks the same size of this. There's going to be 6 of you. One guy's bringing his son, and the window that you can see it through is one at a time. Now you're gonna go and see it.
I'll be honest with you, anywhere with 5 men in a motive is just a bit exhausting. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. As soon as it said 5 men in a submarine, I'm like, what are you doing now, man? In the water as well, man. What are you doing?
Come on, man.
But it's a hell no, bro. Because you know what it is? Don't you, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a conspiracy theory person, yeah? Don't you find that a bit insane that I feel like that the guy, maybe some stuff was gonna come out, he was announced or something, bro, and he had to disappear.
Either that or he had the blueprints of hydrogen cars.
What's hydrogen?
One of them. You don't know about this?
No, what's that?
So there's someone that invented hydrogen-powered cars, yeah?
Yeah.
So you don't need petrol. You can just power a car with water.
What?
My man got taken off the face of the earth within what? Like a few months of that plan.
Discovery.
And that's why, you know...
So
That's what I'm saying, bro. This ain't, you know what I mean, bro? Like, I'm telling you, bro. And the thing is, they probably even, you know what I'm saying, took that and obtained that and kept that for themselves and that and licked my man out and them thing there, bro. You know what I mean? Because we all know this and that, bro. Like, the governments and certain powers that be in them thing there definitely have a certain level of tech that we have no idea even exists in that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, man. Like, cell phones were probably in the government's hands 20 years before we even saw the first Apple, you know what I'm saying? But like, come on now, man.
They bodied him.
Yeah, they both
That ain't even surprising.
So how did they say he died though?
I can't remember what it was.
I always like to
It's a
find
big-
that way that they say they died
Yeah,
interesting,
yeah, of
so I
course,
just don't go anywhere near that.
It's either like suicide or like something else usually when they say people...
Driving in a tunnel.
Stanley Mayo.
Shout out Princess Di.
Yo, bruv, say something out now on digital platforms. Come on. This is insane.
You can't say all the Princess Di. That's crazy.
That's mad, bruv. Shout out to her, bruv. I really love Princess Diana, bruv.
Stanley Mayers sat down to lunch, blah, blah, blah. He ordered cranberry juice and soup of the day. 10 minutes later, he's dead.
Bruv.
Got poisoned.
He was a prolific inventor and by all accounts, a rather eccentric one.
Yo.
By 1960, his untimely death in the car park of an unassuming...
Wait, 1960, bro. So you know them man have that thing parked off already made and that in some next secret bunker in them thing there, fam. But this was like in the 2000s at least. 1960, bro. Yeah, them man deaf, bro. Come on now, man.
China, he applied for nearly 200,000 patents. Electronic banking, oceanography, heart monitors. He had no formal qualifications as a scientist, but somehow saw opportunities to innovate.
Shout out to my guys with no qualifications that was still doing it better than the man them that actually doing them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But who says school has to make you and that? But no, it doesn't, fam. Shout out to all my inventors out there and that, you know what I'm saying, that don't have no qualifications and that.
He had no formal qualifications as a scientist, but somehow saw opportunities to innovate in fields that was erratic and unexpected as his personality. He was a religious man who swore that God sent him these ideas, and he was known to exclaim, praise God, and pass the ammunition at seemingly random intervals. So that's kind of like you. You know when you just say randomly, what is it?
Say something out now on all digital platforms.
Similar to
What's
mine,
it? So what's his name?
Something Mayers. Stephen Mayers?
No, that's brazy. I'm kind of intrigued
Stanley
about this
Mayers, yeah.
topic
So
right
basically
here.
he's drinking a cranberry juice and then after that he's
And a
just
suit.
Yo, it's the
Dinner
Czechoslovakian agents, bruv. They got him, bruv. If it is Stanley, you know, because knocked him off, bruv.
Because of that, I did see one guy that was looking.
Yeah, I keep seeing
quite
this
healthy
one
and so on
fish,
and
bro,
so
at the
forth.
top of the
Caught up
screen,
with the
bro.
Russians or something like that.
It
and
looks
I
like
seen
a
one
sardine,
of
bro,
their foreheaded
sardinas. You know what I mean?
Mad.
So,
I was just speeding that on the
Brother.
Portuguese, man, bro. You know what I'm
was his name
saying?
again?
I know that's your man's thing and that.
Even, bro, Roman Abramovich, yeah. One time they tried to kill Roman Abramovich, bro.
Alexander Litvinenko.
Oh, yeah, I remember that actually.
To know too much, bruv.
Kind
Yes.
of, yeah.
Yes.
Like if like you got.
Yeah, but don't
guys
you
got-
hear it in that blood, the black activists in them thing there that be preaching the word of this and that and them thing there and be trying to expose the FBI and all of these 3-letter agencies and you know what I'm saying? You hear the stories about them man showing up to their yard like big man. You need to be quiet in them thing there, but you know what can happen and that certain man fold, certain man keep doing their thing and that and stay strong. You know what I mean? But like we've heard this time and time again, like people like, you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get a target on your back, bro. On a different thing, though, because you see the power of the mouth and that. You see the mouth, it can make people do anything, bro. I always say this, bro. A mouth and just words can make anyone do absolutely anything, fam. You just got to know how to use it and that, bro. So when people actually start to utilize this and this right here and that, bro, to spread the word and try to open people's eyes and that, fam, you know what I'm saying? Them man up top get scared and that, blood. You know what I'm saying? You have to get, you know what I'm saying, blood? Off the planet of the earth,
got
bro.
afraid
You
to
get
know
me?
too much,
Anyway.
Kind of.
I might just
Yeah.
get sniped
like
right
you
now
got-
and
you
that. I'm
guys
looking
got to
directly
talk
at a
about-
window
start
at
talking a bit
JK, man.
Too much. You get what I mean? Do you ever get scared of that?
Well, Philip Schofield's lawyers have been in touch with
My
my
team.
legal team.
I mean, they bent over backwards to do it. So
Yeah, they asked me.
Philip Day, he wants to come on GASWORKS.
No, because basically they're trying to get us done for defamation. So his lawyers actually reached out to my lawyers, and they asked to meet me, and they asked that I bring a GIMP mask, and what was it again?
You know, the thing is, I believe in everything you're saying. You're chatting shit or you're being serious?
he's chatting shit.
Okay, thank God, man. I was like, they're after the defamation, bro. We should not be talking, man. They'll kill
And the
you.
name of the song is.
Say something out now, digital platforms.
So someone.
Yo, why gone from an eye, man? Chill out, bro.
Oh, he says, yeah,
Nah,
five guys.
I don't know, bro. I don't go anywhere with too many men, bro. It's weird.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
So what do you think? There's a conspiracy theory involved?
I just feel like it's a bit insane to even. I think the whole thing's insane, but then I thought basically it was like the 5th trip, but then I found out that a famous director, he said he's been down there like 33 times.
Yeah.
David, or Cameron.
That's it, yeah. So then
A lot of people,
outside, man.
a lot of people are coming out saying I was gonna go. You know when everyone's got that 9/11 story.
Yeah.
I missed my flight. I was gonna be in the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of got a story about this submarine. Even Ross Kemp.
EastEnders Ross Kemp.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
G.
So he said he got invited. Mr. Beast said he got invited.
Who's Mr. B?
Mr. Beast.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the guy that gives.
I thought you meant the guy
I
with the
believe that.
BBC radio extra. I was like, how did he get on there, man? Mr. B, the DJ, man. I thought you were
B.
talking about him. I didn't think. No,
Mr.
you said
B?
Mr. Beast. I thought you said Mr. B. I thought that was a guy in one extra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like, why would he
there's
be
a
on the
DJ called
submarine,
Mr. B
bro?
or something like that.
I know Shawnee B.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow.
Shout out Shawnee B.
Big
Come
man
on,
team.
mate.
Shawnee B, you wanna go on a submarine?
Would you go on it?
Then what
Would
we
you
gonna do
go
with
on it?
dancehall?
No. I would go. There's certain things I draw the line on, like skydiving.
Yeah, man. Fuck that, man.
That's one thing I've never understood skydiving.
No, I think I'm
No,
gonna
I
do that one
understand
day
skydiving
still.
more than the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that's
How,
yeah,
why?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the same
Because
thing.
they
But
don't
bro,
even,
you-
they know more about space in the bottom of the ocean and it's here. So why am I going down there? On top of that, in 1912, this boat killed how much man? And it's still killing man. Big man just... Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in Titanic is sensational. You want to see what happened? Watch that. 94. Come on, now I know.
After the submarine, actually,
Still claiming bodies, man. Ridiculous.
Netflix started streaming Titanic the week after.
No,
so
they
They
never.
could have seen it.
RIP to the fallen in the
Shout out to the
submarine, man.
monetization,
Ain't even funny, but come on,
you know
you
what?
guys
I
are
found out
idiots,
about
man.
implosion
Like,
as well
allow
on
me.
Twitter.
And one person I really feel sorry for is the Uton, that bro, that apparently didn't want to. Obviously, we don't know how true the story is. But if man really didn't want to go, you literally dragged your son to your death. I was literally chilling one day and I was thinking, that father is actually like, it's kind of a blessing at the same time that he went with his son. Because, for example, let's say that dad right there was the one sole survivor and he knows he basically killed his you. Like, do you know how much that would eat away at man? Do you know how much guilt that would be, bro? On man's shoulders and that blood. You know what I'm saying? We feel like he's in the submarine all over again and that blood, you know, and with the way that thing imploded. If he was the last one alive knowing that he killed his son and like, you know what I
I
mean?
couldn't believe what I was seeing.
What does that mean?
Yeah, man.
It's so quick that the thing just crush up, sir. It's so quick,
So it
big
crushes,
man.
doesn't blow up, it just
Brother,
crushes.
Crushes, yeah. It
implosion.
goes inwards.
You haven't even got time to contemplate anything. You know them, they wash your final thoughts. Jerry Springer thing, there was no final thoughts. Everybody.
Do you know what? I'm like quite a spiritual person, but don't you think to yourself it's quite like poetic in the sense that you went down to view like...
You said poet gives you the ick.
No, I said, don't you think it's poetic?
Oh, okay.
Like they went down to view the Titanic where loads of people died and they end up dying the same as they're going to be joining them people.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the
kind
point
of
he made 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
I just done something called Gumball, yeah? Gumball 3000.
That's
Sick, by the
Eve's
way.
husband's.
Yeah. You know my man.
Is it
I
Eve's
thought this guy was
husband?
chatting about the Cartoon Network
Yeah.
show,
Big up
man.
Max, by the way, round of applause for Max.
So wait. Imagine English.
Yeah, British guy. They actually met on a Gumball.
Yeah.
No.
We'll get him on one time.
Please.
We'll get him on nearer to the next Gumball so we can make, yeah.
Get Eve on, boy.
Eve on, 100%.
Eve is
Yeah.
a legend.
I've heard.
No, it's
Legend,
true. Yeah,
bro.
of course.
So that's a bunch of people, yeah, that have just got fuck you money, yeah?
Yeah.
And the things that they kind of enjoy is getting speeding tickets, you know, getting caught by the police.
Oh, got you.
How much can they rack up in one day in terms of fines?
So
and
this is
whatnot?
things that they like to...
Yeah, more or less. Like,
So they're
that's-
bored?
They're bored, but you know that's the type of shit that a guy who's doing a 9 to 5 in fucking I don't know Amazon might be avoiding.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
true.
like, you know,
That's true.
The shit that you find, you know, satisfying or fun, it's different.
I think it's all down to as well, like, sorry to get mad deep.
No,
with
it's
it,
cool, I like
but I just feel like people that have principles, full-on strong principles in life, before the money, before all of that, yeah, when they acquire...
Keep in mind, this is the only show that I can really think of where these man actually got kind of serious. Even fucking Ahan with that last point in them thing there. Like, these men are in a certain serious situation because GASWORKS is never like that, and that, bro. And that's because of Castillo, bro. I just realized, have I been blocking Castillo this whole time and that, blood? I haven't been looking at my screen. That's what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Had the money, you just see an evolution of those principles. So you see how much of a greater person they are on a larger scheme.
So like,
And I think
Bruv.
some people are just, they're a bit fucked up. So when they get a bit of money, some people are under the impression that they're going to become mature because they've got money. Money and maturity don't go hand in hand. Money just goes hand in hand with whatever is
you kind of just made me think of something that I watched
on.
the interview last week and then it was like an Andrew Tate interview, and he said something along the lines of like, people having so much money, yeah, and like you're in control of a lot of shit, so you just fuck with people. So then like you might just do certain things, like in the media, you might just be like, people are doing this now, doing this, just to stir up people and create anger because you have so much money. It's now just fun for you to mess with everybody else because it's kind of like what you just said.
Well, I think
crazy.
That's maybe 100%. But I think that's less money and more power.
Yeah, you have the power to just mess with people.
Because some people can still have a lot of power but less money than the next person.
Like,
because their platform or
like thingy Bob, what's he called again? The guy that we tried to get here.
Matt Hancock.
Hancock. He doesn't have a bit of money, but he had the power to get everyone in their ass for
That's
during
what I'm saying.
COVID.
Like,
And he took the piss.
People get thrills of things. Some of the richest people, you would never know are rich. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't want to be known as a
facts,
rich person.
facts,
they just rather cut through daily life. No one knows their business.
Just keep it moving.
They might get from A to B in a Golf. Do you know what I'm saying? It might be a Golf R because that's a nicer version, but it's still a Golf.
Yeah.
And they don't want no one to know that they have wealth. Yeah. But then you have man that are, slightly rich, but they want power and they want to own this company and run that thing and
Go to
and
Jeffrey
stir
Epstein's
up-
island
Do you know what I'm
and-
saying? Yeah, or stir up that little social bubble and be powerful.
Yeah. See, I get where you're going with that. I understand that as well.
Sounds like Oprah Winfrey.
Shout out to Oprah, bro.
Come on, I'm still on you, Oprah. If you ever want a young, dashing man, I'm here.
Oprah's buff still. I like Oprah.
Would you be Oprah?
Yeah,
100%.
Not gonna lie, I've never seen the clip, you know. I ain't never seen the clip, bro. But till this day, blood, I ain't mess with Oprah because of the Kobe thing and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Since like I heard that and them thing, like the man passed and like you man of all people type of thing that. Honestly, man, you know what I mean? Media, bro.
Serious?
Yeah, man.
Slap my balls, eat my ass.
Nah, see, I'm not gonna just talk about Oprah like that.
Yeah,
You're
big
going
man
too
saying,
far.
say something out now on all digital platforms. You know when shit happens to you and it's bad, you wanna say, please God, please help me. But when something good happens, you don't want to say.
You don't want to say, yeah, I said this the other day on a video.
When you messaged me yesterday, I was coming down on a train. I said thank you after you told me about this because I said, oh, more promotion. Because you had messaged me a while ago, innit?
Yeah.
And then basically, I was like, I didn't have nothing to promote, so I said, wow, that's long now, innit? So I said to myself, now I've got something to promote. I was like, I dropped something new, so I said, I'm gonna promote that shit. And then you hollered at me, and I was like, thank you.
Blessings,
But I said it loud.
timing.
I said it loud on the train. I say, thank you on the train, just because I want God to understand that I'm not taking a piss. I was like, even if the risk of somebody thinking I'm mentally ill, I want you to know that these are the levels that I'm going through to thank you. So
Well,
you know,
thank you as
So it's
well.
not in silence. It's thank you. So if everybody has to be alerted, then they know. I'm really thankful.
One thing I have to thank you for is finally taking this serious. Now, I can say I first started going Sunday show back in the day. Shout out Marvin, Harrison,
Napa, yeah.
and Napa. They were around the time Kojo was doing Comedy Funhouse, so that might have been an 07,
Yeah, it was time.
08. It's
I don't even know when it
time
was.
ago, bro.
Yeah.
I used to see you there, second or third row,
Yeah.
always with a gal. If you don't mind me saying,
Yeah, of course, man.
a little bit on the plus side.
Yeah, I was chubby, man.
Come on, Alhan Pryor type of thing. Lost the weight, come forward, doing your thing. What the hell took you so long to take this serious, bro?
you know what?
You were fat.
No,
What?
no. So
He was, bro.
I've had stages. So when I was 15, 16, I was like about 16 stone, 16 and a half stone.
Wow. Have you got a photo of that era?
I'm gonna lie, I've heard this story so many times with Castillo explaining it on his own channel and that, blood, on people's other things and that. But it never gets boring. Like, you know, sometimes when you watch someone and someone explains that one story and you're like, oh my days, skip this thing, man. Never really, you know what I'm
I never
saying?
took photos because I was self-conscious.
Stories never
about
got
my weight.
boring.
Didn't like taking photos because then I'd have to be honest with myself and be real that I was fat, which I didn't want to do. Yeah? So it's like sometimes, for example, it's almost like I didn't like looking in mirrors, didn't like photos because I just hated myself. But then I used to box and then I used to do heavyweight. And then the guy said, if you want to do amateur boxing seriously, then he goes, you need to lose weight. And I said, what? And then in college, I went from 16 stone to about just 11, just touching 11. So I lost about 4 or 5 stone in the summer in about 6 months. Yeah, and then basically life-changing like I see people's fakeness in it. When you're big and they treat like shit, then you lose weight and they're nice to you now. And then basically,
That's usually happened.
I mean, yeah, I maintained my weight for years. So I was like 18, and then I lost weight at 9. So from 18 to 19, that's 6 months. So by my 19th birthday, I went to my 3rd year of college, and I was slim. Yeah, so people's thing of me changed. 2 years later, I lose my virginity at 20, going on 21 or whatever. But
what is cooking up in Arhan's head, bro?
what ended up happening was I had to find myself. So you mentioned Sunday show. I'll just speed it up basically. So Sunday show, I was going to Sunday show, and then Marvin and Napa, big shout out to them.
Come on.
They opened.
I think my mum started to play music, bro. That always interferes with the thing. Hopefully she don't turn it up too loud. And
my
that,
mind
you know what I
on
mean?
events. And I was basically dossing about of my life. So then I said, wow, these men are doing events.
Or is she downstairs? Might be downstairs,
And
bro.
I'm feeling like making money.
Anyway.
So then I started doing events. Yes, it's gonna come back to why you just asked me what took me so
No,
long.
no, I can't.
So then I started doing events, and then I was doing events, and there was a shooting at my last rave, and then all the venues in West London started closing down. So I said, shit. But then this is when everything opened up to me, and this is how I started viewing things. Yeah, I realized that people don't know me. I'm just baiting my ends. I'm just a coolie guy just baiting my ends. So I said, in order for these venues to give me this venue, I have to be a known person.
Mushroom
They'll
head
treat me
top and that,
differently.
you know what I'm
And then
saying?
this was right around the time Mo the comedian, shout out to Mo, he'd blew up off social.
Shout out Mo the comedian as well, bro. Sorry, it's because these man are name dropping certain things and people, and I shout out Mo the comedian, bro. I see man now online, man's all looking a bit hench, put some good weight on, full beard and that, you know what I'm saying? That man's really out here doing his thing, moving from venture to venture and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I shout out Mo the comedian. He's probably one of the first people to do it at that level. You know what I'm saying? Because you see it in America all the time. Desi Banks, Haha Davis, King Batchblood, DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, Chico Bean. Like, you know what I mean? I can reel off names, bro. Like, but you don't really see that to that extent on this side. A more comedian is someone that literally went all the way with it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We obviously still got people like Castillo, people that do things on the thing, A1 too funny. Like, you know what I mean? We still got, but more the comedians gone to like pinnacles, bro. Like winning big mainstream awards and like, you know what I mean? So shout out to him, man, for real and that, blood. You know what I mean? Give it up to, you know what I mean? Get up to, you know. Come on, man. Shout out man like more the comedian for real. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me hide this mushroom now, blood. You know what I mean?
He came and he performed. And then I looked at him, and in that moment, he said something and it unlocked everything. He said to me, I said, Mo, I said, you see when you went viral, like of what you was doing, I said, did you plan that or was it not planned? And he said, nah, man, it just happened. And I was like, ah. I said, okay. And then that opened my mind. And then from that moment, I went home and I just did one video like about 3-4 weeks
Julie.
later. There's so much to this story, but my life was shit at the time.
That's crazy
But
that he
literally-
actually never made a
and
Julie
all the
character, you
concerns I
know.
had about basically putting myself out there on social media. I was never wanted to film myself, all this stuff. I was going through things, so I said, fuck it.
Excuse me.
And I was sitting in my bed and I just made a video talking about when your girl goes to Jamaica, fresh mangoes and willy. I put that on Facebook, got 3 million. Got 3 million on Facebook.
That's cold.
And then from that moment, that's when the social media thing clicked in. But it was literally because I just had that conversation with Mo. And he said, and I clicked and I said, last year, like you was Mo and you was talented. You are Mo. Like, do you know what I mean? You are. And all of a sudden, everybody in the UK knows your name just off you doing some videos, going viral. And then that's when it just put in my mind. I said, that's what I need to do.
Hard.
And that's why I just carried on.
Them hours though as well, because one thing you're not taking into consideration, that's why I have to rate Alhan so highly. Because it's not just you in front of camera. Like I said, you've been going Sunday show, you've been speaking to Mo, to
Also
Marvin.
inspiration from you.
I don't
No,
know.
because I'll tell you why. Because you did, back in the day on Facebook, you used to do Poets Corner.
Do you remember?
Trust me.
So big man thing.
What an era.
You see, when I started doing videos, the
What
Fresh
an
Mangoes
era.
and Willy, when they were going viral, then I did another video like this. I'm just chatting shit. So a lot of people would say, oh, you do comedy. I'm like, bro, I don't do comedy. I'm not a comedian.
just
I'm just chatting shit on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
So, but basically, after I did the Fresh Mangoes and Willy video, I did a video because like I like black girls, innit? That's like I love black girls. So I know a lot of people that
Shout out
don't
to
like
my
black girls,
melanated
don't-
queens.
Come on. So I know a lot of men that don't, innit? Like I know a lot of black dudes that are a bit funny. So I just made a video talking about when man them say they don't like black girl.
Sorry, but speaking of girl and them thing there, I'm wondering who the hell Alhan's wife is gonna be, fam. The woman that marries Alhan needs to have a certain level of tolerance, bruv, or needs to be kind of like him, blood. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even exact opposites, because you never know, bro. They could balance each other out and them thing there. You know what I'm saying? So could be someone like him, someone that understands and can tolerate, has a high level of tolerance, or could just be someone completely opposite. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a relationship I'd be interested to see in that, the dynamic and them thing there. You know what I mean?
That off a bit funny. So
No
I just
kizzy.
made a video talking about when man them say they don't like black gal. And I put that video out. I think it was like my 3rd video. And then I think Steph London, shout out to her, she put it on her Instagram. So then it was all these little moments. And then after that, I said to myself, shit, kind of fluked it. Then I was thinking, people were DMing me. And then I remember, I was like, I used to watch Poets Corner, and he used to do relationship shit and chat.
Yeah,
so a lot of people would say that it's from Big Nasty's influence, shout out to him, but it's really because of what you did. Because he was doing the Poets Corner.
That relationship was mad.
So then that's why I said to myself, do relationship advice. Poets Corner.
Do you remember that? That's old school.
But I used to follow him on Facebook, so then that's how I know.
How can I be giving relationship advice? Do you know what relationship
You was doing that years ago.
I was done out. I'm still done out.
No, but you was doing that on Facebook before anybody else was doing that.
He's doing tricks on it, innit?
You know what I mean? You're G. So, but the point, I say
I'm an idiot, blood. Let's not, and I'm always going to say this, let's not adopt the American thing, or his D-riding, or stop riding it, or dick riding with no light. Like, let's not adopt that, bro, because Ahan literally just said he's doing tricks on it, innit, and these man didn't even catch it. But let's leave that for the American man, bro. You know?
everybody else was doing that.
He's doing tricks on it, innit?
You know what I mean? You're G.
I see
So, but
Sidemen as
the
well,
point-
bro,
I say
trying to
that say
kind of
this is
involve that American humor,
the
but
Mo
that sussy
connection,
kind of, let's
the U
allow that,
connection,
man.
the
Let's
liquor
allow that.
connection, all these different things you can draw, and that's why I say thank you all the time, because although I may not get the blessing and I may not get it right in my face, like if I say, give me a sign, it might not come like that, but it'll come in a sense like, I gave you the game. I put it in your way, it's just for you to find it and then make something of it. And that's how I look at everything. That's why I say thank you.
Bro, this is one of the most serious episodes. This is what I'm talking about, bro. And people might say, oh, this isn't a good episode because it's not funny. Like, bro, it has a bit of everything and that, bro. And that's what I like about Castillo and them thing there. Even though that he's one of the most funniest guys, one of the most outlandish guys, and been through some of the most outlandish things. We have situations like this. Same thing when he went onto the show with Cheyenne and them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Grilling, yeah. We had that atrocious moments and funny moments and that, but there's also deeper conversations as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about Castillo. He can entertain in a multitude of different ways. And that's another thing. Like I said, I've heard his story, pretty much certain parts of his story again and again and again and again. And it's never like, oh, I can't be bothered watching this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't mind hearing it again and again because certain details might be a little bit different the way he tells it. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why the guy's so cold at what he does, man. And also the thing that he was talking about in having them little victories with the Stefflon done and 3 million views, that's literally how you gotta kind of like take it, because not everything might just come at once type of thing, bro. Like you might want to get 1 million views in the next month. That might not come in that, but take the little victories and that. For example, me right now, I might not have 100k, 100k subscribers, 1 million subscribers. Yo, what the hell is going on? Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Heads are going crazy, bro. Anyway, I don't have like 100k or 1 million subscribers in the span of 2 years or whatever, but there's little victories in that, bro. You know what I'm saying? When man like AM and that messaged me for the first time, the first ever artist to reach out and them thing there, man like AM, shout out to his thing. When he reached out to me and that, I was like, oh my, that's AM. When the Ad's one of my favorites, he reached out, I was like, oh, Lethal Bizzo, multitude of times posted me on his thing and that post literally gets likes till this day. And I'm like, oh my, you know what I mean? When people literally leave comments and that, like, bro, I don't know how you're not bigger than you are right now, but you should have way more views. Like all of that puts smiles on my faces and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I see OGs of the channel and that, bro, you know what I'm saying? That were once watching me and are still with me till this day watching, I'm like, oh shit, then I must be doing, like, you know what I mean? It's the little victories that you got to take and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or even when your friends or family members pull you to the side and say, you know what? I like what you're doing. I'm proud of you. Get gas for you. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I like that, man. So you got to look at the little victories. Don't just look at the overall big picture of where you want to go and them thing there. Incremental steps and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Will eventually culminate into something proper, blood. You get me, blood? Come on, man.
Big man thing, bro.
Say something out now.
Now, Castillo,
Go on.
say something. You've been plugging all day.
Big man
So I
thing.
think it's only right we do it some justice.
Big man thing.
You saying, what's this, your new single?
New tune, bruv. House tune, bruv.
Inspired by Drake?
No, inspired by the fact that I got a diverse fan base, bruv, and you got to appeal to everybody.
See, the house market's really popping
Big
up,
man
innit?
thing. There you
I used
go.
to
Oh, you did a
cuss
house
out
tune,
music, man.
mad
So
thing.
did I.
But I've grown up now.
You're not going to lie, bro. I'm
Now,
sweating right now,
Done a
man.
U-turn, innit?
Of course,
All
because
right.
then do you know what it is? My thing was this year, so I only started off socials really to do music. So I started to get my name out
Well,
there.
that's
but
always been your plan.
Music was
Yeah.
my main thing. So then that was always the main thing. And I said, because I realized the oversaturated market. So then I saw like when I really started doing it, it was like Nine, Seabeers, Mist. Those are my favorite right at the time. Krypton Code.
Shout out to Mist as well, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorites right there, but you're pissing me off now, my guy. I can't even lie to you. Calm, I saw you drop the tune. I'm going to react to that, bro. You can go to my music channel, bro. Probably be out in like a day or two. And like, he dropped a tune with, I can't even remember who. It was a mad link up as well, but you need to be more consistent, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Conan, they show you like how you really do it. And it's amazing how gal can influence you so much. Meaning, for example, I've seen a gal years ago, and this is when Western popped up.
Come on.
And I always wanted to do music.
Yeah.
And in this moment, this literally, I like dumped her right then and there. But basically, I said, I watched Western and they were blown up. And then one of the members of West, they were from Shepherd's Bush, right?
Yeah.
So then one of the members, his cousin, I used to link her back in the day, yeah? And then I was like, what a connection, like, I was like, oh my days, like, I can't even pretend like.
Spiritual again.
Yeah, exactly. So then, I must have been.
Whose cousin you shopping though?
Big man.
I don't know.
Come on, it's a man
say
them,
something
we love
now
them.
on digital platforms, but I don't know which one. But basically, like, I was seeing the Western and they were collecting all these awards for Into and all that stuff, and I was like, right, the UK music thing is really working. I was like, yeah, Krypton Conan and all these different people, and I looked at her and I said, I want to try music. I've always wanted to do it, but I didn't know the UK could do that. And then she laughed at me. And then in that moment, I looked at her and I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I left her yard and I blocked her. I never spoke to her again after that, because I was like, you don't even believe in me, bro. What is this? Do you know what I mean? I said, I want to try this, and you think I'm a waste man. Ban you.
Trust me.
Yeah? But then, long story short, music was always the passion. But then, I fast forwarded, what I was doing hip hop, and then obviously the drill thing came out, so then I started pivoting to the drill thing. But then what I realized is that even after my biggest tune, Sniper, went off, got 2.5 million streams on that.
That's good, you
organically,
know. That's
all by
good,
myself,
bro.
no plug, no
Sick.
made. Still up now, you can check, never an editorial playlist, just word of mouth, yeah? And I realized to myself, my ceiling is mad, because I said, I just spoke this, and it went off, yeah?
Yeah, that's a
And I said,
fact.
but here's the problem. I said, this is all coming from my fan base, my organic people that follow me. Shout out to them. But I said, but they're too diverse, because I'm going different places, and I'm like, got Irish people there coming up to me when I did covered the Fury thing. I have everything, but I'm like, I'm not catering to them. I'm just catering to this niche of people. Then I said, this year last month I said, I'm going to do a house tune, try it out. So I put the house tune out on June the 2nd. In 1 month, it's already got like, I think 200,000 streams, just organically.
Cool.
Yeah? More than Sniper, which is when I put out Sniper originally. But the point I'm trying to make is that as you get older, you realize that it's more than just your niche bit of drill and
She's
hip hop.
bad.
Do you know what I mean? Of course, bruv. Say something out now on all digital platforms, bruv.
Now, was it Sniper that with Castillo had one? I can't even remember. And the thing is, I actually recognize it in other videos, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you see with these video vixens or whatever you want to call them, and that, like, you see them in a multitude of guys' videos and that. But there was one that Castillo had. It was just him and that girl. She had the absolute madness on her back then. She had 3 speed bumps and that stacked on top of each other. Movement was all crazy, but she knew all the ultimate moves. I was like, nah, she's a mad thing and that. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember which one it was though.
So he's out here in the gym with these beautiful women.
Of course, brother. But here's the thing. Here's
not bad.
Bruv, here's what really bruv, here's
Better than
what.
Swamps.
No, but here's
at
what
least you're funny.
No, but do you know what? Do you know an interesting story about this? Say something out now on all digital platforms, bruv. Do you know something interesting about that though? The first Sniper video I filmed, I wanted to make a viral moment.
Okay.
That's when I was doing Friday Night Round of Link Up, yeah? So I went at the train station. and I
Oh, that
got
was a
girls to
funny
talk on
show
me.
as
The train
well,
station
man.
naked.
With my man, I forgot his name
then
and
I
that.
put
That man
out.
had some funny
It went viral
arguments.
on Twitter. Yeah, great promotion for the tune. Problem with that was, I made a music video for it and even put that on YouTube. And then I didn't know that you could do this, yeah? It literally got a red, no monetization, blank shadow ban. I didn't even know you could get shadow ban on YouTube. I put this one out, the Sniper video, 6 months later. It was doing this thing buzzing, gone grilling, boom. That's my big viral moment, rebrand. 1.3 million, no plug, no playlist, no anything, just word of mouth. Thank the universe, bruv.
Thank
God.
you.
Thank you!
So,
What's wrong with this
what
guy?
else are some of the maddest conspiracy theories you've heard? We had Ivorian Doe on the Alhan and Poet show, and she thinks the Earth is flat.
I don't believe that, but then, you know the thing is, I think the maddest conspiracy theory, to be fair, it's not really a conspiracy theory, is it? Like, you see, when like people talk about the Matrix and all these different things.
What is the Matrix, bro?
No, I think it's just like that elite and higher power people, them. You know what I mean?
but-
But what I'm trying to say is like, it's pretty evident something's, like, what I'm trying to say is that you can see that, you never see that clip where they showed the news and they basically put like 1 million side by sides and they were basically all saying the same shit. That's that's not a
You see what it
conspiracy
is?
theory.
Yeah,
bro.
but
What I'm
some
trying to-
people make a really good valid point. Yeah?
Go on.
Like even Andrew Tate, for example, he can actually come out and say something that I might even agree with.
Yeah.
They can make a valid point. But you see when they start saying the Matrix, bro, it just rubs out any argument, bro. Like,
Oh, because you think it's too conspiracy.
What about?
It's too
The
conspiracy.
Matrix,
Do you watch the news?
Try not to.
See.
The only time I
Now,
see the news,
why is that? Why is that though?
well, I don't know. I don't consume news in that medium. Well,
Okay, what do you mean then? What do you mean?
Well, because I switch off by then. Do you know what I'm saying? And if there's a more, if there's a shorter, more concise way of giving me the headline, then I'll just take that. If
Are
it's
you
Basically, people learn in different ways. Some people go to school, some people go do an apprenticeship, some people would go and just shadow their dad or their uncle and them thing there in the actual. There's a multitude of ways that people can learn and that in it. So it's like same thing with me getting my news. Instead of watching this dusty ass news channel with this woman looking in front of me reading from a prompt screen, I can go get the exact same headline from like a lippy lick shot or some random news thing on social media that does it in a more funny way and that blood. You know what I'm saying? Like put a certain headline on the news channel and that blood, and watch how them man kind of operate and give it out and distribute it. Take that exact same headline, put it on Shadeborough or one of these next cheesy, what did it say, cheese or whatever, put it onto these one mad platforms and then go to the comments and that. We're getting the exact same news, but we're getting it in a much funnier, more way that you understand kind of thing and that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
if there's a shorter, more concise way of giving me the headline, then I'll just take that. If
Are you mean it's because it's too long for me?
Yeah, too long.
Oh,
I'll never sit down. As a kid, I used to. As a kid, me and my dad would sit down and watch the 10 o'clock news. Yeah. But nowadays, I don't really have time for it. One.
And it's depressing as well, man.
Push notification on my
That's
phone.
another reason why I stopped using Facebook. I kind of use it now and I haven't really been seeing much, but there was times when you go onto Facebook, oh, this person died, this kid died, da-da-da. Like, it was just pure, like, you know what I'm saying? Just negative energy every time you went on it. So I just stopped using it. But now every time I go on there, it's more, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying, old friends from school and that doing their thing and them thing. There's certain family members doing their thing. Or I'll see like, there's a lot of gap because if you think of like certain African countries, I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but especially in Gambia, like I feel like Facebook is like the place where people use the most type of thing. So I see posts about my country and them thing there. Apparently there was a runner from Gambia who just broke the national record in the Netherlands and them thing for like 100 meters. You got Adam Abojang, who's a Gambian one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing more positive things and them thing there. So shout out to all the people that are doing their thing and that, you know what I'm saying? Or like the African news, seeing Burna Boy, Rema and Thames all doing a mad thing and Wizkid, like, you know what I'm saying? So now it's more positive. But once upon a time, every single time you went on Facebook, it was just death, destruction, and just goblet. I was like, fam, I can't do this, man.
But
You know what I mean?
nowadays, I don't really have time for it. One, and like if it's a push notification on my phone, if it comes up, if it's important enough to know about, I'm more than likely going to know about it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you was going to say something else, because the reason I don't personally watch the news or I don't try and consume anything like that is, for example, but you remember like the George Floyd thing, like when everything happened, yeah? So for example, this is what changed my whole mind about social media, yeah? And everything in general in regards to, so I stopped watching the news. So basically I'd see the George Floyd thing and I'd go on my timeline and I'd see loads of videos of like...
Bro, I can literally feel my floor vibrating because of the music downstairs. And
like people getting bodied. Cool. But then I'd read comments and I'd see
So
like
one
racist
day I get
comments
to
and
record from
people
these when
trolling.
I'm
And then I
acting like
started
this
seeing,
one.
like, then it started affecting the way I viewed everybody, because then I said to myself, this is insane. I said, you got racist people, but I said, the people in my reality, I don't meet people like this. I said, so I'm saying, I feel like now this is a big divisive tool. I said, I'm cool with white people, black people, Asian people, this people, gay people, straight people, whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? I said, I have no issues with people like that. But I'm like, I'm seeing these things that's just constantly being pushed in my face and it's triggering an emotional reaction from me. So I'm now looking at comments, I'm like, that's racist, I can't believe that. But then I'm like, okay, this is now starting to alter my mind and then change how I view human beings. So I said, now I'm gonna shut off all social media. I mean, shut off like news and all these different things, because then it's having a control on the way I view human beings. So then I said, I'm not gonna watch that shit no more. And then I'm just gonna focus on real life and have real interactions with real people, because that's the truth.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I
get
think-
someone's things put to me. I don't like that.
I think people are more inclined to talk on and share and be involved in conversations around negativity.
Yeah.
Just generally. Do you know what I'm saying? We all can, cancel culture is when a name will go trending, a name that you might not have heard of in years. Do you know what I'm saying? A natural disaster with thousands of people dying might take over the timeline for weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But when that country succeeds in something really good, or when someone does something like, it isn't celebrated as much. I think people generally are just attracted to negativity. That's why the Shadeborough has, 750k followers.
Literally never been on Shadeborough and I never will, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like he says, it's just negative energy over there. People with, I wouldn't even say it's just people that have no lives and that, bro, but Because there's certain people that, you know what I'm saying, have things going for them, will still go over on them sides and that. But the people that just be engaging in the comments and like, bro, like, go find something better to do with your time and that. Like, them kind of pages there, never going on them. Even if, like, I hear, oh, yeah, some person that I follow or whatever's on Shade, bro, and I'm not even going over there to look at it, bro. Because, like, you know what I'm saying, just that whole realm and what I hear about it, fam, I ain't trying to engage myself.
And GASWORKS
Yeah,
only
yeah.
has 30K. So, get following.
Big
And
man
like
saying
on
that.
Instagram and
And that's why Say Something
Say-
is out now on all digital platforms
So how do you know what's
dig?
going on in the world?
in the world. So basically,
Who's the Prime Minister?
of this country.
Yeah.
Is it Theresa May in it, bro? She's back on the ting. Nah? Say Something out now on all digital platforms, bruv. Is that black brother? And
Yes.
Which
exactly,
guy?
Yes.
The
Rishi Sunak, the black guy.
Kwame Kwartengs.
Who?
Kwame Kwartengs. The black brother. He mashed up
Kwame.
the things. With the
Castillo.
people's
You
peace.
should maybe watch the news a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, bruv. What am I gonna learn on there, bruv? All that really matters
That's
right now is that
crazy
Say
though,
Something
bro.
is out now on all
Because I actually have a cousin called Kwame and that blood, you know what I'm saying? Every time people trying to chat about a Ghanaian name, people always go to Kwame and that blood, you know what I'm saying? So shout out Dens and Renz as well. Them man and their thing and Kwame, you know, blood. Shout out to his music group as well, North Hayes film. Oh yeah, these man think Ultra Hayes, them man North Hayes, what do you call it, Leeds music group and them thing there, fam. You know what I'm saying? Go check them out and them to their Spotify, YouTube, North Hayes, blood. You know what I'm saying?
Really and truly. But you mentioned conspiracy theories, bro.
Yeah.
So which funny ones do you like believe in?
The Jeffrey Epstein war.
You don't believe that? You don't think he was moving
No.
Nazi, bro?
No. You know what it is? That just became conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory, and it got a bit too deep and twisted and a bit confusing. I mentioned on the last episode about Nicola Billy. Do you remember her?
Or she sang to the policeman?
Yeah, she's the woman that went missing.
Oh yeah.
And then, funnily enough, after that episode came out, there were bare reports, and the police actually ruled a decision that it wasn't suspicious, innit?
I feel like I was watching this on Twitter, and then you said something, and then
Yeah.
something else happened the next day.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah,
You put
yeah.
this happened on Twitter.
Yeah. It's been all over Twitter, yeah. Well,
No,
Twitter's
I'm
probably
saying
where
you
get
said
it.
something, and I remember you putting out something like, I said this. And then now
Maybe, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe. But Nicola Billy, I think, has been a weird... I don't think we know the truth about that.
But what would be the conspiracy theory?
That her husband killed her, or that it might be some cover-up with the police. That's what I'm saying. I don't really care that much. Do you know
Shout out
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
defamation, bro.
So I'll ask you a
What?
question then. Since we're there, what do you think of cancel culture then? When you see those things happening and manifesting, do you get scared for the person? Do you think it's a real thing, or do you think it's just a moment that will pass?
I think
All it is that you just shouldn't feed into it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I always say this and that, fam. If you are a certain entity, like I have my YouTube channel right here. Let's say I said something on here, people are cancelling me. People outside of my community are trying to infiltrate and influence a certain ideology that I said something wrong and them thing and that I should be cancelled. Them are outsiders, bro. You man do not matter to me, bro. But if it's your community, bro, you know what I'm saying? Now for example, my OG subscribers or people that I see on my channel every day and now all of a sudden have a problem with, so that's when it becomes a problem. But when some people outside trying to cancel you, like, what are you talking about, cancel me? And what it is people feed into it. When people, I'm gonna get cancelled, it's like a certain fear in that blood. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're cancelling yourself, kind of, bro. Because just because such amount of people said this and this, even if it is 1,000, 100,000 in that blood, you're allowing them to win in that, bro. You know what I'm saying? By also being like, oh my days, I'm cancelled, like, big man. You know what I'm saying? And you also got to know what you said as well. You know what I'm saying? And what the reason is, bro. If it's some minor thing and that, why are you even gassing right now? It depends on how you should approach the situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you said something on the internet, you should know how bad it is in them thing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you should know whether you should apologize or approach things in certain ways or take certain steps to, you know what I'm saying, bro? But from the time, either way, outsiders are trying to come into your thing and infiltrate your thing, but who the hell cares? Keep doing your thing and that, bro. But if it's your own community, that's when it kind of becomes a problem.
Do
know
you
what I'm
get scared
saying?
for the person? Do you think it's a real thing, or do you think it's just a moment that will pass?
I think cancel culture is very real, but then at the same time,
I just feel like it just depends how the person that's supposedly getting cancelled approaches a situation
I
and
think
that,
it's just
bro.
a moment that
You know
will
what I'm saying?
I
To me,
think cancel culture is very real, but then at the same time, I feel like the problem with cancel culture doesn't allow for self-reflection in the sense that I'll use myself an example, like with my, like, for example, my upbringing, like my biological parents both got schizophrenia, whatever. Like nobody gives a shit after you get after a certain age. After you hit 25, nobody gives a fuck about your real problems in life. Nobody cares. Yeah? But then
100%.
you get people like myself who's got like maybe like a raw upbringing, and then you you start off social media raw. So then people's first introduction to you is raw and very much like, fuck it all, yeah? But then, what I mean in the sense that sometimes people judge people based on years ago and something they said or done, and they don't factor in the evolution and growth that you might have done from that. So then to basically tarnish somebody or write somebody off based on one moment in their life where they may have been or they haven't learned from, it's mad, especially when you come from people within music or within entertainment. We've come from hard backgrounds or come from a mad thing. You can't expect them to be polished. Like nowadays, most people come from that are on social media now, they start off polished. These youths right now, they've already seen the game, so they're starting off polished. You see them people go on Love Island, they're polished. They already know the pitfalls of what you're going through. So then now, it's almost
Shout
like...
out Snoochie's brother, by the way.
But like literally they come on and it's like they're polished. But then like, you could be judged for a comment that you made on social media or a video that you did, and then now it's like you got a family, your life has changed, you've got, like your whole perspective has changed. And then now somebody's just like, you are that, and it's like,
No, I'm not.
where's the growth? That's insane.
It's true. It's true.
Do you know what I mean? But I think
people know that now. I think it's just openly, the way everyone was becoming super woke and super kind of canceling everyone. The further kind of a generation goes, it's bound to kind of bounce back and have that,
So you think that things will get back to be raw?
Bro, it's gonna go back to fucking. Look at Twitter now, bro. Elon Musk has bought it, and it is the most raw platform you can get. There's right wing shot in there. You got Tucker Carlson doing his news on there. Theo Von just done a comedy skit or like a podcast with a Jewish lady who was being anti-Semitic, but in an ironic sense, right? And every platform banned it. It's now on Twitter. It's got over 60 million views. Yeah, like. I think we're now going to start seeing the exact opposite of this super lefty.
So you think it will?
It's going to,
it'll do reverse.
Bro, the reality is, cool. Andrew Tate got cancelled. He's been arrested and all this stuff. But someone like that really thrived with this generation. Really thrived with TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and he was the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? And that wouldn't be on certain people's watches. Do you know what I'm saying?
So you think
certain people would never allow that to happen, but. It's just no one can.
So you definitely think that. So you feel like, but then again, I think like with things like OnlyFans and all these different things, kind of become like the norm now. Do you know what I mean? Like back in the day, if a girl did OnlyFans, you'd be like, what the fuck? But now it's kind of becoming like a thing.
I'm still like, what the fuck?
You feel like it's the norm because the majority of girls might have it in their bio, for example, or not majority, but a lot.
But at the same time, I don't know if it's even the thing of where it's becoming normal. Because if one of my relatives or was doing that, or someone that I know, I'd be. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, you get me, but at the same time, that people engage in certain things. It's like when you go into P-Hub or whatever, but like, there's, you know what I'm saying? We don't want people around you to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's calm if you're doing that, do your thing and then think that someone around you doing it.
Large number of girls will have it in their bio, but in the back of their mind,
I can say that it's definitely become more normal, I guess.
I'm not going to wife you.
Yeah, of course.
But it just takes for someone to say that.
So it's easily accessible though, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you first had mainstream TV and you have to go through all these routes that YouTube came about, and now you're telling me you can sit in your bedroom and make a video and blow, you know what I'm saying? So things always thingy. It's like the actual P industry and them thing there with all these man was like the mainstream thing. You have to go through all these agencies. Now there's OnlyFans and that. You're telling me I can just be in my room, do a little madness and that, post it, get paid, like, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be easier routes created than that, and I feel like that's just what people are taking advantage of.
The person that says it sticks his neck out.
No, but
I was like,
Aisha
you fucking
Diaz.
misogynistic prick.
Who's that?
Oh, let me show you Aisha Diaz. I don't give a damn. She can be on OnlyFans, OnlyFriends, big man.
OnlyFriends.
I don't kiss my wife. Look at this woman. I don't know for sure, but I was told she is an escort.
Oh man.
And I'm still marrying that.
If I can't lie, I'm not even going to say it, bro, because then people are going to start going to certain pages and that. Then I'm going to see people liking my girl's thing and them thing, you know what I'm saying? Blood, so I ain't even going to mention it, bro. But I have an eye on a certain person and that, fam. I'm telling you right now, blood. You see the day I set eyes on her, blood, I don't care if she has a man, if she's involved in whatever. Listen, I'm pulling the trigger, man. I am pulling the trigger, fam. That's all I'm saying.
You could have beat it.
I'm risking it all,
Adam
fam.
22 can beat it.
I'm risking it all.
I'm marrying her. I don't care. Everyone come to the wedding. My wife.
If she was, would you wife her then? Who? If she was like...
OnlyFans.
You know who's a mad one I saw? If you man type in Drake and 21 Savage, the video where it was a song on their last album and they were on like a boat and there was like these women that came and took over the boat. I can't remember the song, but bro, the girl that they first rescued out of the water, oh my days. I literally took that clip and put it in my TikTok file because I'm supposed to make it into a TikTok. That's definitely the most down bad I've ever been in a reaction over a woman I've seen on a music video type of thing. The way I was acting was like she was standing in front of me about to give me the nana right now and that, bro. I was moving Mad in that, fam. You know what I'm
you
saying?
wife
And she was doing
But yeah,
OnlyFans.
shout
would
out
you
to
wife
her.
her?
I'll subscribe.
Man.
I
No,
would
but would
help
you
her
wife
do
her
it.
like wife her?
Wife her. We're
Man,
setting
team.
up cameras, everything.
Exactly what we got here.
What do you mean? I'm bringing us to GASWORKS. It's my wife. I'm telling the man them. You better subscribe.
So you
You
guys
better
would,
beat over my gal.
so you guys would wife the OnlyFans thing?
No,
Oh, okay.
only her.
Okay, good.
Aisha
good.
Diaz deserves everything.
He'll be her only fan.
Big man
I will
thing.
be her only fan.
Big man thing.
She cheats on me, it's my fault. Bro!
What is that like a?
Bro!
Is that like a woman that's transitioned to be a man, or like is a man?
No, he identifies as a woman, so he just started breastfeeding.
So when let's so originally
This is nuts and bolts.
that is like so it's a man originally.
This is a man. This is a man now.
So why is it? So he's basically like with his nipple in a youth's mouth.
Obviously, he identifies as a woman, so therefore I can't tell him how he feels. That's how he feels.
No, but I'm saying
I
that's
hear that.
not like low key like child abuse though.
This is what I believe. This is what I believe. He's allowed to have his belief. I'm allowed to have my belief. This is crazy.
Man, you're right how things are gonna loop back, bruv, because that's a bit that's a bit mad. Right, bruv.
But yeah, sorry.
Is that illegal? Is that legal to do though, bruv? Like
What? Put the
that's like a brother's chest, like on a
100%.
baby,
brother.
bruv.
Come on. But
Is there milk in that?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. So surely that's a bit mad, isn't it? Like that's a you.
That milk must have curdled, boy. It could be like lactose-free milk. You think that's what it is?
Yo.
You think?
Why is he so
transition men
serious?
have lactose-free milk. This is a Russian.
Why is he so
pilot flying over
serious when
Ukraine
he's
and
saying that, bro?
ejected
Like-
thing. This is nuts.
what the hell?
We were on the topic of skydiving.
That is crazy, bro.
Is he dead?
No, he's alive. He walked away. But imagine getting hundreds of miles per hour on a plane, and then you just opens and.
That's like a fear of mine as well, you know.
Yeah, but now that he's landed
say
there,
that
what do you do after that? Your plane's blown up. You're in your crane. You're in the ops field.
Walkie-talkie, innit?
Thank God.
Say, hello.
Thank you.
You got to thank
Thank
God.
you.
Because evidently it's not your time, bruv.
Hey, you can't thank God. Still up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on, bro.
Anytime,
A round of
man.
applause, bro.
Hey, love.
Yeah, any last words? I think I
Big boy episode, man.
It's been a pleasure to have you, bro.
Come on, bruv. Love for having me,
Won't
man.
be seeing you on the submarine anytime soon.
Big, definitely
Skydiving?
not, bruv. Definitely not, bruv.
Cool. Big up everyone.
Just in the nani, bruv.
Just in the night.
Let's go to a football match.
I don't watch football.
Exactly. That's why I think I want to go with you.
Alright,
I
cool,
want to
bruv.
see your take on it.
Ah,
take-
calm down, bro.
Take
I'm
Castillo
down,
to a
I'm
football
down.
match,
I
and
love
it'll be in car park, level -B, eating nani on the back seats. You get me? Girls, you want your box eaten? Castillo's here, man.
Say something out now on all digital platforms.
Buy
bruv.
the mug.
Big man thing.
Don't be a mug, buy a mug.
Done now.
Ultra is first, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to GASWORKS, shout out to Arhan, shout out to Poet and them thing there, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, one of the best episodes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of lost my energy to the end of that. That wasn't because of the episode. It's because obviously man's working full time and that, bro. I woke up, bro. Today is Saturday, bro. Well, I was obviously Friday going into Saturday. I thought I was going to wake up at 12 or something. Bro, I woke up at 6:45. Go to sleep, woke up, go to sleep, woke up, bro. Then at 9:39 or whatever, I was like, yeah, I can't be bothered, bro. Let me just wake up, whatever. The light is draining my eyes and that, bro. So, yeah, that's the only reason and that, bro. Man, my energy is like depleted nowadays and them thing there. But that was definitely one of the best episodes. Like I said, he had a little bit of everything. We laughed, fam. We had some real conversations. Arhan was actually serious for most of this thing. Like, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's why Castillo's so cold in this thing and that, bro. You know what I'm saying, blood? Because he has a certain type of mind that will create a certain type of content and them thing that is funny, but he's thought provoking at the same time and them thing there. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Shout out Poet, shout out Arhan, shout out Castillo, shout out to the team and them thing there behind the cameras and that, bro. You know what I mean? And I'll catch you on the next one. It's your boy Enquiries, and I'm gone.
Can't level my style, you know star. Don't try clash, this a vibes, not war and track. Favorite dumpling, stylo, sweet, Milo, vibes, rhino, bounce. Panny Riverside, Cairo. Move 1, 2, 2-step and gyro. Move with the times, man. Try style, man, and who ya style, pan. Outdo and style, man. If you can't style, man, move to the